Well, hi everyone. Welcome to the Christian Entrepreneurs Hub. And today I'm interviewing Heston Glenn, and I'm so excited to have you here today with us, Heston. I just met you. We just connected, and I would just love for you to tell us about what you do.
Well, hey, Tammy, thanks for having me. And it has been a pleasure getting to know you. What I do is I take business owners who've kind of stalled out. They've been growing, things have been going fine for a while, and it's time for the next point of growth in their business, and they can't quite get there. Oftentimes, it's like it's time to delegate, but they're not sure how to delegate and yet maintain the quality they were doing before. So we just get systems in place and a system of leadership that allows them to learn to step away, to gain work-life balance, and ultimately either to multiply their business or step way back, chairman of the board type stuff, show up for a monthly meeting and do a phone call here and there. Wow. Alternatively, it's also, say, freelancers who've maxed themselves up. They got a clientele that's a one-person shop, one-man band type of thing, and it's time for them to hire their first person, time for them to get their first contractor, and they don't know what to do. And there's that fear that, what if I get it wrong? How much am I going to lose? How much more? I need to take on more work to move on, but can I do that without quality control? And this is my oldest daughter, Sophia, who's opting to say hello as well. All right, so that pretty much sums it up. The next steps in business.
Yeah, good. I love it. I love it. I love it. That's definitely down my alley, as many know who know me. So I'm all about systems, and it's so good. So who's your ideal client?
I don't know why, but it seems that women have responded best to this. And that client is that person who's at that point, that inflection point. Back when I first got started, kind of by accident, it's a funny story, I'll have to tell you another time. She'd had a business for 4 or 5 years, had hired somebody at one point, and the economy had crashed down in like 2008. And that hadn't worked out. And in the course of 18 months, we took her from just that to she had 9 people working for her. She tripled her income, and she was working part-time as a project manager.
Wow.
And then she's like, wait a minute, this isn't my purpose, and shut it down and started a different business. So we're working on that now.
Wonderful.
So ideal client, anybody, but it seems to be anybody who's at that inflection point in business. It seems to be women 35 and older. Probably needs to be having, it's hard to say with sales because the profit margins are so different, but let's say, 100,000 in sales, margin's probably way lower than that, but. Right.
I love when you said the adolescent stage of their businesses. Definitely, we can get a visual for that because we all know what that feels like. That's just awkward, right? I gotta get out of there, and I gotta start to make this thing move, but I'm stuck. And I love that, and people so need that, so it's good. So what makes you unique in your industry?
I think what makes me most unique is just 2 things. First, I have quite an emphasis on leadership. I've seen a lot of businesses that really focus on systems, and you can set up these systems and processes and just process the life right out. I know McDonald's is like the classic example of a business with systems, and I can't tell you the last time I saw somebody happy working there.
Typically not.
Right. On the other hand, there was a point in time when I was working at Chick-fil-A, similar type of business, but totally different. And they didn't have nearly the systems that McDonald's has, but they had the leadership, they had the relationships. And they didn't have just the relationships between the employees and the crew. They made a point of establishing relationships with their customers.
Right.
It reminds me of when Sam Walton said that if you make your employees happy, you take care of them, they'll take care of your customers.
Yeah.
And so it's good to get the systems in place. You got to have them in order to step back, but long term, you got to have the leadership to make it a place worth working at.
Yeah.
Be proud of, and something where you can attract good talent. And then secondly, I'm a Christian. I pull in a lot of aspects of my faith in consulting. John generally read the book of Proverbs a lot, and there's always something good there to pull out.
Yeah.
To install. And that can look really, I mean, that can look like if we get to a point and I don't have anything to do, I'll just pray and go, what does this person in front of me need to hear right now?
Mm-hmm.
And often have a really cool answer for them. So
Good.
That's, I think, what makes me most unique.
That's so good. Well, thank you for bringing your faith into your business. That was my last question, but you kind of covered it. And thank you for sharing your thoughts with us and your thoughts on your relationship aspect with the systems. And it's beautiful what you're sharing, because I think it's very, very unique in the consulting industry, and finding someone to do this for their business is really key. So if anybody needs this, you're in an adolescent stage of business, you feel like you're the ideal client, reach out to Heston, and we'll have all his contact information on the website. So thanks so much for being with us, Heston.
I appreciate it. It's good talking to you, Tammy.
Thanks. Great talking to you.